Aaron, it is so great to see you. I just wanted to have a chat on the community and what we're seeing in AI. You've been in the industry quite a while. I know the amazing things you've done with your teams. We're seeing so many changes this year. One of the things that we've really seen is this sort of rapid growth of what we're calling the autonomous enterprise. And it seems to me like systems are thinking, acting, deciding, and this whole agentic workforce is taking off. But the challenge that we see with our clients is nobody's ready for it. What's your thoughts here?
Well, I mean, the change is just happening so quickly. It's the fastest things have ever changed, but honestly, it's the slowest they're ever going to be. So we really have to start paying attention to what's happening, to who, and what we're going to do about it. So the tough part is that most people don't even know where they were in order to measure how much that change is happening. And they don't really know how we can inject any types of tools, training, or other materials to help people along. So I think that's really where we're coming together to try and help some of these solutions.
No, I think that's good. I mean, change management has been around for a long time, and we understand the basic of change. And we've spent a lot of time, especially in technology, helping people understand how to adopt new tools. But similar to the iPhone, these tools are so simple. Again, it started on the consumer side, it came to the enterprise side. So it's not about training for the tools, but there's this adoption curve. How many tools are out there? Should I fear them? How do I integrate them into my daily things? What can I do? What can't I do? What are you seeing with enterprises as they think through that?
Definitely. Well, I think most enterprises are actually over-indexing on the tools, as you mentioned. Mm-hmm. There's so many people that are investing in the tools specifically, but they're not seeing that ROI on it just yet. And that really goes to show the gap in what you're mentioning of either it's skill set or confidence or just coming around to the fact that everything that we do and the way that we work is fundamentally changing. So I think enterprises are now starting to see it. We're kind of at the end of the beginning of the AI route, which is where they're going, okay, we've got the tools now, maybe we've implemented it, but what's the next step? What are we going to do now? So I think they're at this point of realization that a new shiny tool isn't going to solve all of their problems, but now that we've got it, how can we get the most out of it?
Yeah, no, I think you're absolutely right. There's so many changes that we're seeing at the enterprise level with this. One of the adoption things, though, is really, I would say, sort of at the value stream and at the core of work. I think we've spent the last 2 years really talking about use cases and what little pilots and all of this sort of noise in the market. And I think what the next stage is, I wouldn't even say productionalizing pilots. I would say rethinking the enterprise and rethinking how we go forward with these tools, which makes it a great, great period. Now, one of the things I would love to talk about is we've just acquired AMI. We've integrated into our products and tools and everything else. Tell me what that journey was like for you.
Absolutely. Well, I think my co-founder, Ivo Shapar, and I, we really saw this gap that we're talking about, where there's a dissonance between everything that's happening and people not really feeling that they're part of this journey. So they needed a help and a bit of a compass in what was going on around them. So we wanted to create a way where anyone could get access to insights on how they were really doing and not just feeling like they're behind, truly knowing where you are in this change journey. So we created a conversational AI agent that anyone can chat to for 15 minutes and get an instant report on how they're doing with benchmarks. But that has evolved to helping organizations and enterprise to measure their full organizational maturity and really diagnose what they should be doing next.
I think that was the thing that we loved about it so much. So when I first met you almost a year ago and I saw the results, the early results, and it was a bit of a research study, I was like, wow. That is something. I mean, I had that moment. You know, you don't get those moments every day. So I had that moment that, one, I wanted you guys in the firm because I knew how amazing it would be. But two, you nailed a really important piece. You started with the individual. You didn't start top down in the organization, say, let me go get to the CEO, the CHRO, the CEO, whatever C-level title we had. And by starting at the individual, you created this energy. So the individual can say, well, how do I stand? What are my skills? What are the things that I need to learn? You created a customized training program for that individual. Then you rolled it up to their business unit. And you said, well, what's that customized training program for that business unit? And how do I help that adoption curve And then you took it one step further and said, okay, what's the corporate level? What would this enterprise look like? No one else has done that. Hundreds and hundreds of metrics out there, lots of different assessments, lots of different indices. No one started with the individual to say, what does that change feel like? We don't even use the word feel in tech, so that was a good change. And that was such an amazing way to think about it. What was your thought on that?
Well, this is really a trend when it comes to AI tools, to be honest, because historically speaking, if I were a big company, I'd tell you what tools you're going to use. But now that's not really the case. Because before, if you wanted to use the tool that wasn't approved, you're probably not going to go and spend a few $100 or $1,000 on that license. But all these tools are free. So if you don't give me the tools to use, as an individual, I'm going to go use them anyways.
Right.
So we have to start at the level where people have this power in decision making. And now that's been totally democratized when it comes to tools. This is also where we're seeing things like shadow AI. People are using tools they probably shouldn't. But we really have to measure the bottom up, because what we're finding is that leadership is really over-indexing on AI maturity, because they go, we have the tools, people are using them, we're probably fine. But people who are individual contributors, they don't feel the same way. They're under-indexing on their confidence levels, but chances are they're using so many more tools, not just in the workplace, but also at home. So we really had to start at bottoms up, because these are the people that are using it. It's no longer one small group within an organization that's using this tool. It's so prolific. We really had to capture that.
Yeah, you guys did an amazing job capturing it. And as you said, it's throughout the entire organization. It does raise the question, though, of governance from a corporate standpoint. I mean, we still have CISOs, we still have CIOs that are responsible. You still have corporate data potentially going in. What's the next step on how we marry those together?
Absolutely. Well, we're seeing a fundamental shift in a lot of roles in the enterprise with AI. I think with governance, it's interesting because we can no longer take the command and control approach. Because if it's too locked down, they're going to go behind and just go around it with shadow AI. So we have to find a balanced approach where we're having more conversations and collaborating more on decision making. But even roles like CTOs or tech leaders, the project used to be done as soon as the last JIRA ticket was shipped. And now it's all change management. It's not done when the project is delivered, it's done when it's business as usual. So change management is also part of their job. And we're seeing this ripple effect through organizations. So that's really why we had to focus on everybody has to be a change manager, everybody has to know where they're doing, how they're doing, and then where they're going to go.
No, you're spot on. I mean, it's exciting. It is so exciting. We start at the top level with autonomous enterprise. We're bringing the people up on the AI maturity. We're meeting in the middle for everything would change. I am so excited about this. Thank you. And I'm really looking forward to working with you as we go forward.
Likewise, we're so happy to be here.
Awesome.